Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the May 21st meeting of the Derry Town Council. I'm Jim McGeckran, the Vice Chairman, sitting in tonight for Erin Spencer, who should be joining us shortly via Zoom. She's on a business trip, but she will be joining us. I'm going to start by taking the roll. Councilor Chericello.
Good evening.
Councilor Webb.
Good evening.
Councilor Flood.
Good evening.
Councilor Granessi.
Good evening.
And again, I'm Councilor McGeckran, and I see Councilor Spencer on Zoom. Good evening, Councilor Spencer.
Good evening.
Chairwoman Spencer is on the phone and on Zoom, and we'll be checking in with her throughout the meeting. Councilor Foote is unable to attend tonight due to a celebration with her daughter. So congratulations to Charlie and his daughter for their achievements. We'll start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilor Granessi.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, thank you, everyone. And I would like to have a motion to open the public forum, please.
Second.
Moved by Councilor Chericello, seconded by Councilor Granessi to open the public forum. On the motion to open the public forum,
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
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 Aaron?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, the public forum is open for anybody that would like to step forward and say anything.
Seeing none rise online, Mr. Chair.
No one rising online, and with our audience of 3 here looking out,
Move to close.
move to close by Councilor Chericello.
Second.
Second by Councilor Granessi. On the motion to close, Councilor Chericello.
Yes.
Councilor Webb.
Yes.
Councilor Flood.
Yes.
Councilor Granessi.
Yes.
Councilor Spencer.
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. All right. So next we move on to our consent agenda. Let's see. So nothing, I think we can do these all at once if nobody minds. We have approval of the minutes of May 7th, non-public. We have the approval of minutes of May 7th, public. Oh, go ahead, Jack.
We probably should just separate the approval minutes from the ordinances because I wasn't here for those
Okay.
meetings.
So on the approval of minutes, items 2446 and 2447. I'd like to have a motion to approve.
So moved.
By
Second.
Councilor Chericello, second by Councilor Granessi. On the motion, Brian?
Yes. Yes.
Jack?
Abstain.
Doug?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Aaron?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. So we'll take that, Tina, with one abstention and multiple yeses. The next two ordinances, we'll do these one at a time, because it's probably the more appropriate way to do it. Ordinance 24001 to amend Chapter 20 of the General Code regarding animals. And everybody has that in front of them. And staff report. Dave, you want to quickly get to that? Dave, if you could read the ordinance in the back, I'd appreciate it.
We don't need to read the ordinance
No,
tonight,
that's-
though,
wanna
correct?
just-
This
It's a
is,
meeting.
June
Yeah.
4th.
Yeah, June 4th meeting.
All
yeah.
right. So this is for the June 4th meeting. Public hearings required for June 4th. And on the next one, Resolution 2428, to accept a gift from Walmart. There's a gift from, per the council policy, under Resolution 2339, a gift of less than $1,000 is authorized to be accepted under the consent agenda, thus eliminating the requirement. So if there are no questions on item 2448 and 2449, if we could have a motion.
So moved.
Moved by David,
Second.
second by Jack. All those in favor, Brian?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Aaron?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. Cool. Chairman's report. So I have an appointment, well, actually, Aaron, do you have your book with you if you want to make this?
Sure. I would like to make a motion to appoint Brittany Lavoy as an alternate member of the planning board for a 1-year term to expire March 31st, 2025.
And I'll second that. So there's a motion on the floor by Chairman Spencer, Chairwoman Spencer, second by myself. All those, Brian?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Yes.
Dave? I vote yes. Aaron?
Yes.
Okay, that's unanimous. Congratulations to Brittany, and thank you very much for signing up. Welcome aboard. Very excited to have some new members of the community step forward. So you'll be serving with Councilor Granesi. And I'm actually Councilor Granesi's backup when he's unavailable, so
Good time.
feel free to call Dave anytime. He's been on the board for several years, and I think I'm clocking in at about 27, so feel free to reach out to either one of us if you have any questions, and the chairman's also a great resource over there.
Yep.
Okay, the summer meeting schedule has been confirmed for July 16th and August 13th. And June, do we still have the 2 meetings in June, Dave?
We do, on the 4th and the 18th.
So six what?
June 4th and June 18th.
And 6/18. Okay, so everybody all set with the summer schedule? And now we're gonna make a motion, town administrator's report.
Yeah, on the Central Fire Station construction project, we have issued notices to proceed for the remaining subcontracts. And we know that some commodities are being delivered. We're anticipating a lull in construction for the next month or so while items such as steel is being ordered and delivered. Mark Fleischer, our CFO, has reviewed the finances for the town. There are no revenue streams that are deemed problematic. And likewise, all departments are operating within their budget at the level anticipated, with about 17% remaining in the fiscal year. As you know, our recreation department's busy year-round, but particularly so in the summer. So please check our website for different offerings. We have T-ball and Pee-wee starting in May, running through the middle of June. Beach passes are going on sale at the rec office on May 22nd. The Memorial Day Parade is scheduled for Monday, March 27th. It'll begin at Hood Commons and conclude at McGregor Park on East Broadway. June 12th is our first concert in McGregor Park, and every Tuesday thereafter throughout the summer, from 7 to 8:30. June 15th will mark the opening of Galleon's Beach in the splash pad at Don Ball Park. On June 25th, running every Tuesday through the summer, is Story Time and Arts and Craft at Don Ball at 10:30 a.m. Mary and Garish will have their family fun day from 5 to 8 p.m. on June 26th at Don Ball. And also at Don Ball, all Wednesdays will be themed activity days, and every Thursday will be coloring contest days. So there's plenty going on in recreation. Again, please check our website. Regarding, the council may recall last year as you approved the creation of Derry Community Power, which would be our default electric provider. We had an update meeting today. We're anticipating that we'll be looking at securing some contracts from third-party vendors for power to begin in October. And we're currently looking at rates, and as you know, there was a decent rate this summer through Eversource, so it didn't make much sense for us to proceed at that point. But we think we'll be proceeding with the rollout and another public hearing before the council coming up this fall. As a reminder, we'll be replacing culverts on Sunset Ave beginning on June 17th. The area will be accessible to local residents. However, there will be no through traffic, so please be mindful of that. On legislative update, Senate Bill 589 was approved by the House unanimously last week, so we believe it's on to the governor's office for consideration. Senate Bill 553, Directive on Town Investments, that was amended to require that 30% of the assets be collateralized, and that will be taken up at the full House consideration on Tuesday this week. You may or may not know the school district is currently reviewing its strategic plan. To support that effort, we've posted information on all of our media outlets and shared with the Derry Community Group listserv we maintain. Some of our senior members and some councils have agreed to interviews with the district's consultant to provide more specific information on the town's services and anticipated growth. And regarding the Exit 4A project, we just received the fully executed memorandum of agreement between the stakeholders on a plan to promote the significance of the Manchester-Lawrence Railroad Historic District. And for us, it's pretty much going to include the placement of informational signs and historic markers along the rail trail. And that concludes my report for this evening, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any questions from any of the councilors? Aaron? No? Anybody here? No? Okay. So we'll move on to item 2440, Resolution to accept a Bureau of Justice Assistance Grant for body-worn cameras. Police Chief Fioli presenting. Good evening, Chief.
Good evening. We appear this evening to seek your authority to apply for funds for body-worn cameras, cruiser camera updates, and some equipment in the building with respect to cameras in our cell blocks and our prisoner observation areas and so forth. As you may know, about 14 months ago, we applied for congressionally directed spending funds through Senator Shaheen's office and Congressman Papps's office. That request was viewed favorably, and it was shepherded through Congress and approved. We received notice a few months ago that that approval had happened, and we would then be notified by a federal government agency, bureau, of who we had to apply with. That is the Bureau of Justice Assistance FY24, federal FY24 Burn Discretionary Community Project Grants Program. We seek $586,000 roughly to provide us with 63 body-worn cameras, 15 cruiser cameras to upfit cruisers, 15 of our marked cruisers, perhaps up to 6 prisoner cells and 4 interview rooms, and the prisoner processing area with 2 cameras. The reason we do that is so we have one system for all of our recording. And it makes it much easier to manage video evidence in that regard. The town charter specifically states that the town council is authorized to accept grants. I seek your authority to do so. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Before we get to council questions, do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Motion by Council Granessi,
Second.
second by Council Webb. On the motion, Council Flood. Council Granessi.
Yes.
Council Webb.
Yes.
Council Cherichello.
Yes.
Councilor Spencer.
Yes.
And the assistant chair votes yes. So public hearing is open. Anybody from the public of the couple people in our audience? No?
Seeing none, rise online, Mr. Chair.
Online?
Move to close.
Move to close by
Second.
Councilor Cherichello, second by Councilor Granessi. Councilor Cherichello,
Yes.
Council Webb,
Yes.
Council Flood.
Yeah.
Councilor Granessi.
Yes.
Council Spencer,
Yes.
and the vice chair votes yes also. So, questions from the council?
Pretty straightforward.
Okay, seeing no questions, if I could ask for someone to please read the resolution at the end of the
Mr.
section.
Chairman, if there's no questions, I move that the town council adopt resolution 2024-25 as follows. To accept the U.S. Bureau of Justice grant for body-worn cameras, whereas section 9.15 in the town charter authorizes the town council to accept grant funding, and whereas the town council has long recognized the advantages of body-worn cameras for its police officers, and whereas Senator Shaheen submitted a Bureau of Justice Assistant Grant in the federal FY24 budget for cameras for both officers and cruisers. And whereas funding for the grant was approved in the federal FY24 budget, now therefore be it resolved in council pursuant to RSA 31:95B, that the town administrator is hereby authorized to apply for, accept, and expend up to $585,790 from United States Bureau of Justice Assistance for body-worn cameras and in-car video systems and supporting equipment for the police department. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon its passage, adopted May 21, 2024.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Granessi, second by Councilor Cherichello. On the motion, Councilor Cherichello.
Yes.
Council Webb.
Yes.
Council Flood.
Yes.
Councilor Granessi.
Yes.
Council Spencer.
Yes.
And the vice chair also votes yes. Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you, Counselor.
Chief, I guess you're still up.
Still up.
2442, Resolution 24027, BVP Grant, Police Chief Fioli presenting.
Thank you. Once again, I ask you to consider applying for and accepting funding from the United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Assistance for personal body armor under the Bulletproof Vest Partnership Program. Every year, we participate in this same grant. This year, we anticipate our needs for this grant will be 25 sets of body armor during the time frame that we can apply for and expend these funds, which, by the way, goes until August 31st, 2026. We anticipate the Bureau of Justice Assistance will award us $15,423.50, which is half of the projected cost of those 25 sets of armor. Authorization is requested again for the town administrator to accept these funds. The acceptance of these funds will have minimal fiscal impact because we budget for this expense on the 50% cost share in our budget every year, typically anyway. So that's already budgeted in this next FY25 budget.
Excellent.
Happy to answer any questions.
Could I have a motion to open the public hearing, please?
So moved.
Motion by Counselor Granesi,
Second.
second by Counselor Webb. On the motion, Counselor Flood,
Yes.
Counselor Granesi.
Yes.
Counselor Webb,
Yes.
Counselor Chercello,
Yes.
Counselor Spencer,
Yes.
and I vote yes also. So, motion to open the public hearing. Would anybody like to step forward in the building? Owen?
Seeing none, rise online, Mr. Chair.
I'd accept a motion to close the public hearing, please.
So moved.
Moved by Counselor Granesi, second by Counselor Webb. Counselor Chercello,
Yes.
Counselor Webb,
Yes.
Counselor Granesi,
Yes.
Counselor Flood,
Yes.
Counselor Spencer.
Yes.
The chair votes yes. Questions, comments from the council?
I assume this is just as a regular program purchase, so that all the offices have them, and you just purchase a set number of every.
Yes, the answer is yes, and we have to replace them every 5 years.
Yeah.
So there's an almost cyclical replacement cycle.
Counselor Spencer, any questions from your Zoom room? No.
All right, Mr.
No,
Chairman.
no questions.
Okay, thank you, Aaron.
All right, so if no further questions, I move that Town Council adopt Resolution 2024-27 as follows. To apply for and accept a Bureau of Justice grant for the personal and body armor, whereas Section 9.15 of the Town Charter authorizes the Town Council to accept grants and funding, and whereas funding is available through the Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Assistance for personal body armor, and whereas the town foresees the need to purchase 25 vests during this budget period, and the DOJ would reimburse the town for 50% of the cost of this purchase, $15,423.50. And whereas the availability and the use of personal body armor is vital to an officer's safety, now therefore be resolved in council that the town administrator is hereby authorized to apply for, accept, and expend such funds derivative from the Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Assistance Grant, and enter into agreements with the DOJ as may be necessary to finalize receipt of this grant funding. This resolution will take effect immediately upon its passage, adopted May 21, 2024.
Motion by Counselor Granesi, second by Counselor Flood. On the motion, Counselor Flood,
Yes.
Counselor Granesi.
Yes.
Counselor Spencer,
Yes.
Counselor Webb,
Yes.
Counselor Chercello,
Yes.
and I also vote yes. Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate you coming in tonight. Under new business, everybody would flip to 2450. To amend the non-representative compensation plan, Town Administrator Dave Karen presenting. Dave?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you're aware, we have about 250 employees with our organization, and about 9 of those employees are not represented by any collective bargaining group, and they are, their rules and regulations and procedures of their employment are governed by our non-representative personnel plan. Every 3 years, the council reviews and adjusts the salary levels to make sure we're competitive with our comparable communities, and we haven't done it for 3 years, so we're recommending 2 things this year. One is to adjust the wage ranges as recommended, and 2, in year 3 of this next cycle, is to change our process whereby we would automatically increase the wage scales, not the wages, the wage scales, by the change in the Northeast Consumer Price Index. And that metric is consistent with how our tax cap operates under our town charter. Our non-rep employees progress through the scale based upon attainment of goals and objectives, and they can receive up to a 3% merit. So we would respectfully request that the council adopt resolution number 2024-029.
Okay. Thoughts, comments, questions from anybody on the council? Counselor Spencer? You all set? Anybody else? Okay, so I would like a motion to adopt the resolution. If someone would please read that into the record.
It's Mr. Chairman. Make a motion, I move to adopt a resolution 2024-29 to approve amendments to the non-represented personnel policy. Whereas Section 5.1 of the Town Charter designates the Town Council as the governing and legislative body of the town, and such it is empowered to enact policies. And whereas the Town Administrator pursuant to Section 8.6 of the Charter has proposed that the town amend its non-represented employees' personal policy. Now therefore be it resolved in council that the amendments to the non-represented employees' personal policy are hereby approved. This resolution will take effect immediately upon its passage, adopted May 21, 2024.
I have a motion. I would like a second, please. Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it. Motion by Counsel Granissi, seconded by Counsel Flood. On the motion, Counsel Chercello,
Yes.
Counsel Webb,
Yes.
Counsel Spencer,
Yes.
Counsel Granissi,
Yes.
Counsel Flood,
Yes.
and the Vice Chair votes yes also, 6-0. Thank you very much for your work on that, Dave, and glad to see everything's in line with our tax cap, and want to make sure we treat everybody fairly, so thank you to you and the HR team for doing that.
Thank you.
So if everybody would flip to the next section, 2451. Another resolution to adopt the FY25 action plan, Town Administrator Dave Karen presenting.
Thank you. We did solicit input from councilors regarding the goals for next year. And of the goals, we ranked them according to frequency by which councilors mentioned those, and also a point scale regarding each individual council's priority. Of the several different goal areas, the top one which the council wanted to look at was to review senior services and credits, including exemptions and credits and different senior services to include, again, like I said, veterans and seniors. The second was an ongoing project, is to complete the sewer to Ryan's Hill. Just to remind the council, we had a briefing on that the last meeting, and once Senate Bill 589 passes, we'll be able to develop a finance plan for the council's consideration to have that project move forward. Now that the fire station is well into construction, it was a priority of 3 of the councils to start looking at the adequacy of our police facilities and also the access to the Exit 4A corridor. Regarding housing and economic development, another ongoing project is the continued development of Abbott Court. And that project actually should be before the council sometimes this summer to consider a massive development agreement. And also looking at additional housing, including carve-out for low, moderate, and affordability. Administrative functions, we've been requested to look at an HR recruitment and retention plan. We do have those throughout different departments, so we'll look at consolidate those into one document. Looking at the animal control policies, which the chief has already completed and issued their revised policy. Look at a GIS-based plan for the online cemetery portal. Looking at potential for additional code resources. The council had a priority was to complete the 4A corridor project. And actually, phase 2, which will encompass much of Derry, that should be out to bid sometimes this month. So that's moving along, and NHDOT is managing that project for us. It was also a priority to renewable energy beyond the landfill, complete Hood Park renovation, and look at our financial management to increase the unallocated fund balance in our policy by FY29. So those were the priority recommendations by the council, so we would ask that you consider those and adopt the resolution which would set forth our action plan. What happens now is we're currently doing evaluations of our non-rep staff, and we go through pretty much the same goal process. And so any of these goals which impact any department directly will include those in their particular goals along with other operational goals.
Okay. So I know there's a few of us that didn't fill these out. So are you okay to take some after considerations and make adjustments accordingly, or what's the board want to do?
I mean, that's up to the council, but if there's
That's why I'm
additional
asking.
goals, we can just,
I'm happy,
That's why I'm asking.
I'm happy to take, to wait.
Is it imperative we get this done tonight? Okay.
It is not.
So I see there's a few of us that still need to fill this in. myself included.
I mean,
If there's no danger, if we could wait till the next meeting, I would appreciate that. Brian?
Yeah, thank you.
Make a motion to table?
Well, let me just hear what Brian's comments are first.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I didn't fill mine out because this is really my last year. I didn't feel like, for the newer members, actually, that should be their goals. So I just felt that I didn't chime in on purpose, so.
So you want to fill it in, Doug?
My goals are being met. I'm good.
Okay.
and I did in the timeline, thanks to Mr. Cameron, sent the reminder email.
Then you get a gold star.
All right.
I did. I get 2 gold stars.
You get 2 gold stars. All right. Well, that's all right. If you guys want to do it, I can talk to Dave offline about which ones that I had on my list that I didn't. That's fine by me. Either way, you guys want to approve it, that's fine. I don't think it's going to change much anything. I mean,
Yeah.
the top 3 are pretty much. my
I don't mind waiting until the next meeting.
I won't be here at the next meeting.
I don't mind either. If we're otherwise, as long as it's the next meeting, I don't want it to go much further than that, but I'm okay with waiting if we have everything for the next meeting.
Okay, so why don't we just hold off on this till the next meeting then?
Yeah, so we'd have to make a motion to table till the next meeting.
Jack has made the motion to table the next meeting. Brian, did you second that? Brian seconded it. On the motion, Doug?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Aaron?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
And myself. So we'll table this one till the next meeting, and then we will fill in the rest. We are now at councilor comments and liaison reports. Does anybody have anything they'd like to bring up? Doug, please?
Yeah, I just have, next town meeting, June 4th. We're bringing a 10th grader from Londonderry High. She's gonna sing the national anthem for us. Just think it'd be a cool opportunity for her. I'm hoping that people from PTA and school boards watching this, and they all come and sit for her and just try to fill this room for her. It's a pretty cool moment. She recently tried out for Gillette Stadium, and out of over 100 people, mostly adults, she came in second. So you're going to be wowed. This girl's talent's off the charts. Her grades, her personality, her commitment to community. It's everything that, we all want in our kids. So let's try to fill the room for her, and hopefully everyone will show up next town meeting. Hopefully you'll stay, but you don't have to.
Aaron has a hand up.
Aaron, please.
Thank you. I just wanted to kind of put the reminder out there. I think I say it every year that this weekend is a long weekend for all of us. And while I don't begrudge anybody having a good time and enjoying your long weekend, I just ask that you take a moment to remember what the weekend is truly about, and that's honoring our veterans that were lost fighting for us to have our freedoms. If you can take an hour out of your long weekend to come down to the Memorial Day services at McGregor Park, it would mean a lot to our veterans that show up there. That's it. Thank you.
And thank you very much, Aaron, and I'll read, we have the announcement here for May 27th, for Memorial Day, just as a reminder to everyone. At 6:45, the activities begin at the VFW Post Home. At 7:15, there's a memorial service at the Holy Cross Cemetery. 8 o'clock, memorial service at Forest Hills. 8:45, memorial service at GAR Monument. 9:15, a service at the Montgomery Bridge. 9:30, services at VFW Post Home. 10 o'clock, we begin the parade form up at Hood Commons, with the parade kicking off at 11, and then at 11:30, the ceremonies at McGregor Park, and there's a list of dignitaries who will be there at 11:30. So as Chairwoman Spencer said, it's a full day of activities, and if people are around in town, we'd love to have you show up at any of these memorials, as well as the parade or the service afterwards. Anything else from anybody that I may have missed? David?
Just FYI, I will, going to be out of the state on June 4th, so I won't be at the meeting, so you know.
I hope you have something good planned.
In Florida in the villages, driving golf carts.
There we go. Golf cart racing down in the village.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Brian to adjourn, second by Dave. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Hi.
Thank you, Aaron. Aaron, hope you're having have a safe trip out there and have a successful business venture.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Let's go ahead and gavel out.